Hi, my name is Ricardo, and today I want to talk to you about TravelContact. This video is going to be a quick overview of everything that we have to offer in a cloud-based solution. So when you log on to TravelContact, you can see our dashboard, which really serves as a project management tool. Here, both you as an agency owner and advisors can view all of their information at a glance, can view trips by status, can view activity on those trips, as well as all the commission that has been either received to the agency or has been paid out to advisors in the case that you guys split commission with advisors. You can create tasks, assign tasks to other advisors, or even assign tasks to a trip. And you can always keep track of all of your reminders that you might have for your clients. Our client database counts with over 350 different data points for each profile. When you search for a client profile, a new tab opens up with all of that information readily available for you. You can store all of your credit card information in a PCI compliant environment, and you can also have all of your likes and preferences for those clients within the platform. You can select your agency as the data to be private among advisors in that they don't share the client information between themselves, or it can be public and all the entire agency can view all of the client information. Now, when we go to the trip section, you can see that when entering a trip, we have multiple different options for this trip. It all starts with the dashboard. Here you can see all of your detailed information and a summary of all of the services that have been sold or added to this trip. You can see the dates of the trip. You can see all the services added. You can keep track of all the cost information as well as all the expected commission versus what's been actually received, and then any client payments or pending invoices that are outstanding. For any trip, you can create a simple trip with just one group of clients that are traveling all together, or you can actually split your clients into multiple groups in case that each party or each group is split in the cost for those services. On the services side, here's where you input all of the information for each individual trip. We do have an integration with Sabre where you can pull in the PNR from Sabre, and we will actually pull all the reservation information, as this is the case for this particular service here. For everything else, we have multiple ways in which you can add services. You can do it through the quick add or advanced. Now, the quick add of add-in services, it's very easy. You can quickly here select the service type, select the supplier of that service. If it's in the database, it will automatically come up for you. You can select the dates. You can choose which clients that are in this trip are actually consuming this service. In this case, all three are. And then when you enter the cost information, you can signify first if it's payment to agency. In essence, the agency is receiving funds from the client, or if you're using the client's credit card to pay directly to the supplier. You can then enter the cost information and also all of the commission information as well. So in this case, let's say it's a net payment of $1,500. There's a commission expected back of 10% and no markup. Once you save this information, it will now be stored in this trip as a proposal. You can then confirm it and go through the process of confirmation. Within the trip, we also count with an integration with UMAP for the itinerary purposes. Every information that's entered into TravelContact on the services side as well as the client information can be sent over to UMAP, where you can complete and fill out the information for that itinerary in UMAP and share with your client via the mobile app. This integration is seamless and it will always update as you're putting more information in TravelContact. Now, on the accounting side, we count with an integration with Quickbooks. We've done this integration in a two-way format where the advisor or the agency is creating all of the services in TravelContact, is invoicing those services in TravelContact, and that invoice will then be sent over to Quickbooks, where the travel agency's back office team can manage all of the payments, match the payments received from clients to those existing invoices. This integration is two-way, so anything created in TravelContact, all these invoices are sent over to Quickbooks, and as the back office team in the agency is matching those payments to each invoice, all of that is automatically updated in TravelContact. In TravelContact, you'll be able to view all those invoices per trip. You can view what the total invoice is, the total markup, and what has already been paid by the client. Similarly, anytime you create an invoice, you're also creating a bill for each supplier in that invoice. This bill is also created in Quickbooks. You can track it all within the expenses in the vendor section. And as the back office team of the agency is making those payments out to the supplier or the agency advisor is, when all of those funds come in through the bank as a payment's going out from the agency, the back office team can match those payments to the corresponding bill, and all of that data would also be populated in TravelContact. Finally, on a commission basis, the agency can also view all the commission that is expected to be received from suppliers and that has already been received. The nice thing about how we build it in TravelContact is that the advisor also has the visibility of these commissions that have not yet been received. So in the instance that the agency splits commission with the advisor can view what the expected commission is and when it has been received. All of this commission tracking is done in this section here. Here, the agency can come in and add all the transactions or commission that has been received. This also integrates with Quickbooks. The nice thing about this functionality is that in the For Review section are all of those commission transactions that have been received by the agency, but that have not yet been reconciled with the corresponding service into the platform. So in this case, let's say we received this commission payment for $200. When you start the reconciliation process, you will actually first find and match those services that the advisor input in TravelContact. You have multiple ways to search for those services, either by confirmation number, by client or advisor name, supplier name, status, or even date range. In this case, we'll search for all activities. We'll come in this list and we'll see that these two are the actual services that match this commission that was received. Once you confirm and add, they will be added to the reconciliation process. And now you will come in here and enter what the amount received was. And based on that amount received, if you're splitting the percentage with the advisor, you can enter here what the advisor will receive versus what the agency receives. Now, the nice thing about all this information is that once you fully reconcile it, it would move over to the reconciled section, and both yourself and the advisor can keep track of that information. You will be able to run payables from here, but even more importantly, the advisor can track all this information within TravelContact, and they can see when the commission has been received and when they are expected to be paid that commission. We also come with advanced reporting. We've integrated with a platform called Tableau, which is a business analytics solution that gives you all of this data for you. We've created customized reports, but this platform also allows you to create your own reporting. For example, in this report, you can see all your sales by destination. In this case, you can see how much you've sold in different countries. You can also select the region, but you can see down here what you've sold per service type, or also who your top suppliers are. Now, going back to the platform, the nice thing about TravelContact is the visibility that both the advisor and the agency owner have around all the data that they've stored in the platform. In this report, both advisors and agency owners can view all of the services that they've sold. On the advisor end, they would only be able to view their information, but perhaps more importantly, on the commission reports, both advisors and agency owners can view all the commissions that they have not yet received for services in the past. So you can see here, for example, the end date of the service. So these services completed a while back, and they still haven't received the commission information. Here you can track what the expected commission is, and you can always request the payment from the supplier to pay that commission back to you. Advisors can here also track all the payment information that they've already been paid on the commission and see if that actually matches to the funds that came into the bank, in the case, again, that the agency splits commission with the advisor. Now, this is just a quick snapshot of everything that we have to offer at TravelContact. There's much more that you guys can do, but really our vision here is to build a platform for travel agencies and for travel advisors to streamline your day, make it more efficient, and really tackle the business of today and operate it with today's technology. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.